Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Delta Rules. In today's video, we got more user options activities. Now, guys, remember the information presented by Delta Rules is for educational purposes only. Trading stocks and options involve risks that are not suitable for all investors. Please make sure to always do your own due diligence. Now, guys, if you ended up on this video and you don't know anything about options trading or about how options work, I do have 3 courses down below that will teach you about options from top to bottom, as well as a video showing you how to set up a scanner on Thinkorswim for unusual options activities. Having said that, the first stock that we're going to be going into today is going to be Groupon, and that is GRPN. They are in the business of connecting consumers with merchants. I'm sorry. Usually they have, like deals to connect consumers to merchants in this situation. So pulling up the actual option chain, you could actually tell that there has been quite a bit of activity or unusual options activities in this situation, because it's not trading as many options for the short-term option chain. So coming down here to the option time and sales, actually, hold on, there you go. Coming down here to the option time and sales, we could actually tell that there's quite a bit of actual purchasing on here. Now, I have gone through the chart. I did verify that this was a buy simply by actually looking at the chart, seeing what happened at around that time. And I can tell that they're actually purchasing these options. Coming down here, you could actually see quite a bit of orders on here. It's not very easy to tell since they're not all green. However, going through them, looking at them, I could tell that they're actually buys, as well as looking at the chart. Now, coming over to the chart, this is actually, let me actually put the yearly on. We could actually tell that it took a beating today, because they did have, the last day that they traded on Friday, they did have earnings. They had great earnings. However, they did go down. So they had great earnings. They were up pre-market, and they ended up going down. As far as the reason why, I really wouldn't be able to say. If anybody does know, just let me know down below. Like I said, I always tell you guys to do your own due diligence when it comes down to this types of things. I just saw the unusual options activities, and I thought I'd bring it up to you guys. So this is the first one I'm looking at. The second one I'm looking at today is going to be Bit Digital, and that is BTBT. And they are a Bitcoin mining company. That is pretty much what they do. Now, looking at the chart, first things first, they have been going up for the past, I'd say, couple of weeks or so. Ever since that, the China drama has been going on for a while with all the regulations that they have going on, specifically for those education stocks. However, this is one that has been recovering very well. Now, I'm not exactly sure if it's just simply because, everybody's trying to hop in here, or simply because of the fact that they do have earnings tomorrow pre-market. So this is definitely something I'm watching on. I am not in this cause, but this has been going up and up and up, and people are purchasing options, specifically those 20 calls. As you guys could tell on here, those 20 calls are being purchased. We could actually tell that there are being puts also being purchased, but way out of the money. I just don't see this puts hitting, and if they do, great. But then again, we could come down here and we could see a 12.5 puts being actually sold for 80 cents for below the bid price. So we could tell this is a very bullish sign right here. And coming down, we can see that there is more purchasing for the call options. So this is definitely something I'm looking at. We could tell that most of this stuff is happening in the short term. You guys could tell this is ridiculous, ridiculous amount of volume on here on the short term, and on the, this is also short term. So this is another one I'm looking at. This is the second company I have for you guys. I do have a third one for you guys, and this is SIFY. And no, it's not the actual show or the channel. They are actually in the business of providing internet, network, and electronic commerce in India. So it does look like they are an Indian company. Coming down here to the option time and sales, we could actually tell that there's quite a bit of calls being purchased. Now, this was a day that, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've brought up a lot. Most of the stocks that I brought, all of the stocks that I brought to you today are actually small cap companies. And you guys know I usually don't like doing this, but when I do see the options activities, I like bringing it up, because this can make a lot of money if they do go up and we get in on the right place at the right time. We could tell the volatility for the ones that I've brought up are not very high. So this is definitely something I'm looking at. We could tell that this volatility on the SIFY stock, it's not very high as well. And we could tell that this stock doesn't trade that many options. We could tell that the actual multiplier is pretty high right now. The stock sizzle is actually also high right now. So this is definitely something I'm looking at. Coming down here, we could tell that there's not that many activity. However, it is starting to come in. If we come up here to the chart, we could tell that it has been doing good for the past 2 weeks or so. So this is definitely something I'm looking at. I'm not exactly sure if they have any type of earnings. I believe they actually already had earnings. They did okay. They did estimate EPS about 1 cent. I'm not exactly sure about revenue. Once again, that's why I say always make sure to do your own due diligence. But this one is definitely something I'm looking at because they're slowly starting to creep up on the activity, on the options activity. So this is another one I'm looking at, but this is pretty much what I had for you guys. I really appreciate everybody that has been liking, subscribing. I really love you guys. I really love you guys. Stay safe out there.